Hello, hello, and
It's your
welcome
turn
back.
to dance and sing. I'm
How
exhausted.
well timed, you love
This
it.
war will
Thank you,
still be there
NPCs.
tomorrow.
It's so good. Wow, absolute cacophony the instant
Join the battle for the
I,
mists. Defend our
stop!
world.
I,
Geniuses
hello,
gather
Mr.
together to
Robot.
keep war at
Um,
bay. Our
take me away
waters
from
are
here.
bold.
You are recognized. But please proceed through the gate. Where does it go? I'm not authorized to answer that question aloud, and I do not have telepathic capabilities yet. Please proceed. Your safety is relatively assured. Ah, um, goodness.
At ease. His name is on the list.
I should have. As long as I don't move, nothing should happen. So I'll have my moment. So last time I went through pretty much the entirety of Heart of Thorns. Funny. I was not expecting to get through the entirety of the expansion in more or less one sitting. You know, one quest notwithstanding. So that was pretty wild. Um, but yeah, last stream, we entered the Maguma jungle, um, ran around for a while, made allies with the Ixal, more or less, somewhat, and at least one of them, what are they called? The Codsal, I think, the red ones. Still don't like us. They're a enemy type, so I don't think they ever will. You know, fair. Oh goodness. Helped out some of Sylvari, ran through the entirety of the available areas. We met the Exalted, who were, I believe, are implied to have at one point been humans. Who were then like transcended and put into armor. And their whole purpose is protecting Orion's egg, which we got at the end of Living World Season 2. Stolen by Kaith, yada 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 yada, chase Kaith into the jungle, get the egg back, so on and so forth. Air died. Very unfortunate. We also had Air's funeral, the very end of last stream. We following depositing the egg in the forgotten city of Tarir, we went into the Tangled Depths, chasing after the lost Asoran city of Radanovis. We found the city after collecting Chak Enzyme and discovering the Chak. The Chak being, or Chalk, I have forgotten which the correct pronunciation is, being these strange insect-esque beings that feed off of leyline energy. They also happen to be a entertaining enemy type, in my own opinion. We discovered Radanovis to find that none of the Asura who once lived here live here anymore, unfortunately, as it means that we missed out on a potentially very valuable ally. We did, however, discover this lab, which we are in now, which's purpose was to study the dragons, which we basically did almost immediately before running in to kill Morgemoth. It's in hindsight, the pacing is really rushed there, and I'm curious how much of that is my fault for being able to literally move at Mach 10 compared to how you're meant to be moving, and how much of that is like actual, writing issues. So I'm gonna reserve judgment on that. We'll see in a Path of Fire if that manifests, which I don't think it will. That being pacing issues. Among the things that we found here was a Dragon Lab, and the Dragon Lab taught us that each of the Elder Dragons have a distinct and unique weakness to them. For Zaitan, it can be assumed that it's just raw physical damage, as that's how we killed him, or some other similar property. And though we did not learn what Morgemoth's weakness was until we finally got to his heart, we did learn that Morgemoth's weakness was the mind, or the dream. this Sylvari-esque, noosphere-esque, semi-half plane of existence almost. And upon defeating Mordramoth within the dream, Mordramoth was destroyed, mostly. Unfortunately, before Mordramoth could be fully destroyed, he had planted a vestige of himself within the mind of Trahearne, and as such, in the 11th hour, we did have to kill the main character of the MSQ. Very sad that Trahearne, the main character, is dead now, but I think that if we really try, we may one day fill in as the main character. We then went to Holbreck for a memorial service for Air, wherein I accidentally got us stuck in like an almost 10-minute long spiel telling a story about Air that I think is like an excerpt from one of the books. I may be wrong about that, but either way, it's very long, and I regret my decisions even still. During which we learned that Braum had gone out to just utterly wreck random Sons of Svanir for reasons, and Garm was brought back by Rox, who found Garm just kind of kicking about in the jungle. Following the end of Air's funeral, we got mail from Taimi, informing us that she wanted to speak with us in the Dragon Lab, hence why we are here now, going through Addasum. Something which happened off stream, as I did very briefly play off stream, just to manage, clean up my inventory mainly. Was we did get mail mentioning a certain thing appearing in the Grove. So I believe I'll be going to check that out the next time it's convenient, but I was excited for that to finally pop up. But finally, we're all caught up, and I can actually get on with the actual story. Only 7 minutes into my actually doing things on stream. How fun. But yeah. Oh yeah, you get to see me play a memory game poorly, so that'll be fun.
Security breach detected.
Golem, what are you doing?
Responding with full force.
Uh-oh.
No, this is not happening. Stop.
I've forgotten how to play. Help. How does this game work?
Oh, my poor baby. It'll take me months to repair you now.
Shit, fucking Ritlocks right there. Oh, there's Taimi. Breakneck pace. Hello.
Taimi! Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. All this crunchy old tech's been overstimulated by the influx of magic. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I got your letter.
Funny, I also sent one to this guy, but he barely made it.
Your note failed to mention how to navigate this Asuran playground.
He got lost trying to find the lab. I had to follow the non-stop stream of Char expletives to track him down.
City of the future, my tail.
It's good to see you. I was so happy when I saw your mission was a success. But then I heard about Marshal Trahearne.
He saved us all. His sacrifice won't soon be forgotten.
Indeed. I don't know how we will
But there's
carry
good
on
news,
without the
too.
main character.
Ritlock says we're starting a new guild. So exciting!
Glad you're on board.
Of course you are! Someone has to be the brains. Haha, kidding. In all seriousness, though, I suspect some of the things I'm working on in this place will come in very handy.
How have you been doing here?
Great, it's fantastic. Well, it was before every Asura and their grand mentor showed up.
At least you have a lot of hands to pitch in at the Dragon Lab.
What do you mean, Commander? I've never heard of this room you describe. Keep it down about the Dragon Lab. I don't want anyone finding out about it. Especially...
Hello, progeny.
Counselor Flunt, how lovely to see you. I'm so pleased you didn't end up on a Chalk's breakfast menu this morning.
You can stow the dim insults. They'll never be clever enough to wound me. Now, have there been any new developments today?
Why, none that I can think of.
Allow me to warn you about keeping secrets from me, progeny. My wrath is as fierce as my intellect.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. I wouldn't dream of hiding something from you, Counselor.
Fucking Flint.
I'm totally hiding something from him. Let's head there now, but not the way you know. We're going through the gate. I've configured it to appear as if we're going to the command center, but we're really going to you-know-where. Except there's a catch. You have to outsmart the security measures.
You're joking, right?
Not this time. Give it a shot and I'll observe. See if you can crack the code. I'll give you a hint. Do exactly as you're told.
Oh boy, this can only end well. The console appears old, but it has obviously been cleaned up. Attempt to solve the puzzle.
Unidentified user. Security measures activated.
Yellow, purple, red.
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now.
Usually I can get to 4 before I start, you know, dying inside.
Enter passcode.
Right?
Phase 2
Okay, there we go.
Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete.
Okay, here's where I usually start dropping. Oh lord.
Enter
Right?
Phase 4.
Oh my god.
Enter passcode. Interact
Fuck.
with the console. Only if you are an approved user.
Must be love.
More like marriage.
Let's do it again. Oh, you don't you start me at 1. You're God fucking why? I deserve this.
Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 4 complete.
Okay, one more.
Enter passcode.
Great.
Correct.
What? Oh, I have 4 instead of 5. God damn it. No. I would have gotten it right.
Causing that.
This place is an accident waiting to happen.
Okay.
Enter passcode.
I could just skip it. I could just skip it, but I refuse. I refuse. I won't do it. You can't make me.
Commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete. Enter passcode.
Okay, one more.
Phase 4 complete.
This time for sure. I've got a feeling.
Enter passcode. Incorrect.
There's some delay on that one.
Nobody knows what a buckbow is.
I just wish it was a little faster getting back.
Enter passcode.
The first three are like stupidly easy.
Phase 2 commencing now.
I'm sure there are plenty of people where the entire thing is extremely easy. I wish I was among you.
Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete.
It's just 4 and 5, man.
Enter passcode. Incorrect.
Ah, son of a bitch.
System.
What is that?
I think it's your conscience.
I don't need to not need to hear their entire dialogue.
Enter passcode.
Next.
Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode.
I think there is an achievement for getting through the entire thing on your first try, and I got it at one point.
Enter passcode.
Yellow, red, purple.
Phase 3 complete. Enter
Purple,
passcode.
blue, yellow, red.
Phase 4 complete.
Green, blue, red, purple, yellow.
Enter passcode.
Green, blue, red, yellow, purple.
Incorrect. System reset.
Your mom.
How long have I been doing this now? How deep am I into my self-pity?
Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete.
No, I missed it! Shit, I was looking at chat! No! Yeah, no, first time, how long was that? Like half an hour? Longer? Probably longer. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh my god. It's, the blue... Fuck. Ah!
I'm okay.
I will not give in. I refuse.
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now.
I mean, I've already been doing this for like,
Enter passcode.
how long? About
Phase 2
20 minutes now, give or take. So I can believe it.
Enter
Yellow, red, blue, purple. Fuck.
System
Oh,
reset.
spectacular piece of junk.
I'm losing my edge.
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 4 complete. Enter passcode.
new assignment.
System
What
reset.
doesn't kill you makes you stronger until you're dead.
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Incorrect.
What?
I feel a doofus.
I mean, like, yeah. I could also just hit the, like, clip button and just use that, but
System
my pride won't allow me until I hit the 30-minute mark, and then I'll just skip it.
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now.
When did Ritlock sit down? Wait a minute.
Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete.
I think Timey's sitting too. That's kind of funny.
Enter passcode.
I wasn't paying attention.
Incorrect.
Oh yeah, no, that's to be expected. Yep, sure, cool. It's amazing. I love it.
Too many failed attempts.
Wait a minute. New question.
Easy there, fellas.
Did I always know that this was a thing, or did I just, or is this like my first time seeing that this is, this is something that can happen? Oh look, the door's open. Isn't that neat?
That's our cue. You didn't crack the code, so I did it for you while you were busy. We shouldn't dilly-dally any longer. Let's go.
Oh, that's amazing. Extremely on
Do
brand.
that. I need to keep people who may or may not be named Flunt out of here.
Wait,
Now that
oh, there
the
he is.
subterfuge is out of the way, can we get to what you called us here for?
Yes, this is a replica of the Leyline energy map we found outside of Tarir. I've been tracking the movement of magic since Mordremoth's death. It's been in total chaotic flux. Here, there, everywhere. See, that dot is the egg chamber. It lit up like a Lunar New Year firework after the dragon went bye-bye. But as you can see here, the egg's doing great.
What are we looking at? A feed of the egg chamber?
Yeah, the Exalted and the Rada Novans shared a ton of information. They must have helped them design their security system.
And then you broke in.
Totally not just
No, I
egg.jpg.
utilized it to check on the egg.
So you broke into it.
Hey, we're all friends, right? I don't think they'd mind. Maybe just don't mention it around any floaty gold people.
Do you have access to surveillance all over Tarir?
Back to the leyline map. So this other point is... Huh, that's new. The northern bloodstone dot is flaring up. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
The spot where Mordremoth died. Looks like it's cooling down a little.
Yeah, a lot of that energy's been put back into the system.
Well,
Trying to model its patterns, but
they
this
removed
map
the
isn't built
condition
with
from
detailed
Timey.
readings Yet. In the meantime,
Now she just moves slow.
What is it?
Even in like season 2.
Anything, but I killed a chalk or two in my time alone here. Since the others don't know about this place, I couldn't ask to have defenses installed. So they pop up every once in a while when the lab's drawing a lot of power.
Sound makes my teeth ache. Timey, you've got to stop eating cookies in your lab.
I think they smell the order.
I I love how mobile Vindicator is. Really lets you feel like you're just flying across the field.
It's my turn.
Will you exterminate? Don't worry about their goo. I'll clean that up later. Anyway, this thing is some sort of organ I found in one of the larger ones. It's part of their digestive system, and as you know, they feed on ley energy, so it got me curious.
Any valuable findings yet?
None I can explain right now. I ran some ley energy through it, and it came out different on the other side.
Different?
I'm not really sure how just yet. It was barely measurable with the equipment I have. I need to develop some other device to actually observe the phenomenon.
What's
You
that
good,
sludge you're
Ben?
keeping it in?
Blighting pod fluid. Remember that stuff?
Slow walking?
It has wonderful preservative and even restorative properties.
Fluid. From the blighting pods. The things that made horrible Mordrum abominations out of corpses?
So you do remember it?
Timey, do you think maybe that might be a bad idea?
You worry too much. In research, there's no reward without risk. And if I'm gonna stay one step ahead of everyone outside this lab, I have to take a lot of risks. But one thing I can't risk is staying away from the main lab too long. It arouses suspicion. Let's go.
I got your back. You first.
I'm gonna go poke the box. Eavesdropping device activated. Touch each time you want to hear a short snippet from the other room.
Don't worry about Timey beating us to it. Flunch assures me he has her under his thumb. From what I hear, Timey has an advantage. I'd excel if I had Zojak and that crew.
Did you see where Timey and that odd crew of hers went?
The humans are all a buzz about some group called the White Mantle. They're so short-sighted.
I didn't capture it all, but I got some of the data in their crew notes. There's another chart here. That's remarkable in one day.
Foreshadowing.
I'm going to sneak a look at Timey's equipment. Watch my back. What fair? Stuck out here without her golem? I don't know how she does it.
Timey? Yeah, cute as a bug. If my son were here, I'd introduce them. Imagine the progeny.
As the leader of the Vigil? Oh my, she's quite impressive.
Oh yeah. I forgot that she shows up here.
They call him Blunt, because he is. Timey got a raw deal on that waypoint device.
I heard Zosha's scrambled, drooling. Explains why Timey is out here on her own.
Recorder has reached maximum capacity. Touch the console each time you want to hear another previously recorded snippet. No, I'm good. We're good. We can move on. I'm satisfied. Okay, that button does not make me sprint in this game. I should stop hitting it.
Stand down. It's just Timey's friends again.
I was told I'd find the Pax commander here. Anyone?
Hello.
General Soulkeeper, this is quite a surprise. What brings you to Radanovus?
You do, Commander. I've come here to offer you a new position within the Pact. The marshal rank is, vacant. And we want you to fill it.
This is an honor.
I'm glad you view it in that light. The Pact is hanging on by a thread.
I see.
I can tell you're having your doubts, so let me just be upfront about the role. Certain Pact elements feel like Marshal Traherne's mistake was going out into the field and getting himself killed. The new Marshal would be planted safely in an office in Lion's Arch, still leading the troops, but out of harm's way.
As flattered as I am by your offer, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, General. After our Mordremoth battle, I believe I, Ritlock, and the others would be more effective operating as our own guild.
I understand the decision on your early retirement, although I'm disappointed. I still believe in the Pact's goal.
I do too, and I'll always be ready to lend a hand. It'll just be outside the system.
Out from under a mountain of paperwork, you mean?
Laugh it up, No Eyes. I have something for you, too. A letter from the Black Citadel. You must have really brushed some higher-ups the wrong way.
Are you sure you want to just crumple that up and throw it away?
Why not? It's what I did with the last two.
And
What
gone.
did I hear? You're not in the pact anymore? Wait, what do I call you? Thuba?
No. How about we just stick with Commander for now?
Technically, it's a title for life, so you're welcome to it.
What was that?
That's not a good sound.
Protect the counselors! Run! It's a crazy Silvari!
Oh, hey, Canuck. I was wondering when you were gonna show up.
Never capitulate!
What happened?
I came in through the caves because I couldn't find the gate. I wasn't expecting such an enthusiastic welcome.
Did you see that? Flood was so mad, even his fleas jumped ship. Canuck, you're my hero.
Why the surprise visit?
I'm here answering the call.
But Mordremoth's dead. We
Oh,
killed...
it's not the Drungle Dragon's call. This time it's Anis's.
I miss Canuck's old armor.
She does. But certain messy events have transpired, and I'm assured that if I clean them up, my billet will be released, and I'll once again.
It looks too heavy for
How
Canuck.
can I help?
Minister Codicus recently left the Queen's protective custody. Anis sent me and a squad of Shining Blade to help the good minister find his way back to Divinity's Reach.
Any idea on his whereabouts?
There's been a flare-up of White Mantle activity in northern Maguma, and intel points to him possibly heading there.
That's the crazy magical hotspot we saw up by the Bloodstone.
I thought the minister claimed to not be in bed with those Mersat lovers.
Didn't we all?
Ritlock, get word to the others. Marjorie might be getting a little restless in Divinity's Reach and want in on the action.
Commander, if you like, you can hitch a ride on my airship. It's on our way. We can drop you off.
Now that's an offer I can't turn down, General.
Perfect.
Is
I'll
it?
grab my Shining Blade detachment and meet you there.
I don't know, man. I don't see. Unless you're like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think you're full of shit.
This place has been going funky.
What a day, huh? It's almost enough to make a person feel unwelcome. Before I go, I need to know what you know about the White Mantle. The throne in Divinity's Reach has her royal pantaloons, goodness, in a bunch. Your people's history with the White Mantle is wrecking nerves. It's not been pretty to watch. Anis has her hatchet face on. I slept through history class. Can I ask you some more questions? You're gonna ask. I'll tell you what I know. What I do know is pretty juicy. Yada yada yada. Anything else? Anything that like I can't summarize on my own? I guess this might be interesting.
We know little about the Novans, but we're extracting more and more each day.
The White Mantle were the original rulers of Divinity's Reach. They followed the commands of the Mersat, which were large, semi-immortal, weird bird-esque things, which used a bloodstone in order to store magic during the previous dragon cycle. The Mersat pulled a Elder Scrolls Dwemer in that they just suddenly vanished. No one knows to where or why or how. They're just gone. The White Mantle, however, being Mersat worshippers, and in control of Divinity's Reach, did a bunch of, like, you know, standard tyrant shit, like, you know, killing people randomly, and were eventually overthrown, leading to the current royal family of Kryta, current sitting heir Queen Jenna, and the remaining White Mantle went off into the foothills to become various varieties of bandit, which is kind of where we're at now. What's his name? Is it Count Caudicus? Duke Caudicus? Caudicus something has been long suspected to be in bed with the White Mantle, but there's never been anything super conclusive outside of that one dungeon. So that about wraps that up. And now, as according to this, the White Mantle are flaring up.
Let's get underway.
Hello. Ooh, that very abrupt. This is a fun map, but Bloodstone mechanics make me annoyed, so it'll be interesting.
Commander's destination ahead. Looks like we're in for quite a ride.
We're not flying into that scramble, are we?
My gods, grow a backbone.
This cutscene is very cool, though.
On your feet. We survived. Somehow.
I've always loved the concept of this event. In like Map's design is very, very cool. It's just the enemy type and some of the conditions
Our
are
forward propulsion
annoying.
sorted out. What was that?
I think... It's hard for me to actually say, but I think a bloodstone just exploded.
A bloodstone? Then how are we still alive?
Good question. But others might not have been so lucky. I'm going down to scout for survivors. See if I can piece together what happened. And why the blast reversed itself.
Watch your back and let me know what you find out. We'll try to get this bird running again.
Canuck was supposed to meet me here. OP and his troops were out of range.
I don't think I ever unlocked those, did I? Or are those just bad news? I'm about to do something fucking stupid. I don't recall. I just swear you could use those to like warp forward or something. Will this help me? I don't know. Oh, I'm just going down. Lol.
A large chunk of the bloodstone, still intact. And these foul things. This bloodstone must have been larger than anyone imagined. What could have caused it to explode?
Fairly deadly blast.
Gotta love Mesmers, man.
Strong.
It's not so much the golems, whatnot. It's the enemy types we'll encounter later. Uh-oh, I'm being harassed. That's up, right? How am I gonna get up? That looks a good option.
Shining blades shall be food for our gods.
Oh, not high enough. I don't think I can get to this ley line either. Not quite. Shame. Let's see. This should work. Yeah, and I'm gonna get harassment traps. Don't think that'll be fast. Actually, you know what would be faster. Nope. No. Oh, don't tell me I'm like just too short, am I? No. Okay, it's a skill issue. We're good. I can do this.
The blast must have released the spirits of the victims sacrificed on the Bloodstone.
Are people in here? I'm sure there are.
Years of imprisonment twisted their minds. They don't know friend from foe. The White Mantle will pay for this.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought it put me under the arena for a second. Press the button. I did it again. Why do you have the laser? Okay, throw the spear at him. Big damage. Let's see how many times I can hit him before I get launched again. I think it's those blue pools. Uh-oh. That's not good. Aw, unfortunate. What a shame. Wait a minute. Okay, I thought... scared there. Like, I thought I didn't have a waypoint. That would have sucked. I'm not perfectly certain how I could get back here without a waypoint, actually. I never went out on my way to get the teleport scrolls.
That looks valuable.
Primarily because I believe they each would need their own individual like inventory tab, and I just couldn't be asked. Just ferrying it between characters just did not sound worthwhile. I think these are both on roughly the same level. So I'm gonna get this one first. Unless this is the underground one, in which case I'm an idiot. Yeah, it is. Oh, no, it's not.
Bloodstones! Slit your throat!
Commander, are you still alive?
No, I'm dead, Timing.
Gods have mercy. They've been consumed by Bloodstone magic. May Grent guide them to the next world.
Ouch. We're beginning to see the enemy types I don't like. And we haven't even gotten to the Mesmers yet.
White Mantle, but they're different.
Ow.
Be ready to run.
Uh-oh. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no. I spoke too soon. Any chance? No. Oh! No chance. Shame. This is a war of attrition, and it is a war that I shall win. It's a war of attrition that I can't lose anymore because armor durability is gone. And last one.
I swear
Oh.
I won't harm you.
I couldn't do anything for them. The blast rotted their core. It's unlike anything I've seen. Any attempt at reversing the damage was futile. Nothing helped, just a little. Nothing. They're gone, Commander. Shells of their former selves, driven by an unquenchable thirst for more power. It pains me to say it, but I fear the only treatment is death. Was Marisha hit with the blast? She doesn't seem enraged like the others. No, she was outside the blast with the rest of us. Whatever she was struck with was different, but she is still herself. No, she's still herself, but suffering so much, she's called for treatment, as it were. Sad. I feel like I should know who this actually is. And I can't think of anything. I think she was one of the background pack members or something.
Magic was inches from my face, and then it suddenly shot into the ground. Think a dragon was responsible?
I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. I want to get into that crater and find out why the blast reversed and where the magic went.
Easier said than done. The area is swarming with white mantle. We sent a patrol, but only one soldier made it back, and she's, not well.
What's wrong with her?
She was hit with magic unlike any we've seen. On the outside, she's fine, but it twisted her inside something fierce. She can barely move. She's been raving about floating purple stone monsters ever since she got back.
Stone creatures?
Oh yeah,
That
the
rings a
jade.
white
Yeah,
mantle
the
bell.
jade golems.
Can you reach the Priory
The
and
jade
see what they know about
golems.
them?
The
Sure
jade
thing.
golems.
Have you seen Canuck?
Who?
He's a Sylvari. Tough, but well-spoken. Medium build, a bit cranky.
Can't say that I have. But I did see Kaith run through here like a centaur on fire. She wouldn't stop for anything. Just hauled tail through the war zone and was gone like that.
Thank you. I'll let the General know you're down here.
Oh, I'm back up to the ship. Lol. Love to see it.
Is it as bad as it looks down there?
Yes, and worse.
It's not good. White Mantle hit in the blast are mad with hunger for magical energy. They gather any scrap they can find.
The White Mantle? Could they have done this? And to what end?
I don't know. Maybe it was an experiment gone wrong. Maybe it was supposed to empower all of them and it went awry.
Whoever it was, we owe them our gratitude. That blast would have hit Lion's Arch, and they just rebuilt the place.
I'd hold off on the thanks until we know what their motive is. There's a pack squad down there.
I'm sure it was an accident. No one do this intentionally.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, it's not all good news. Some other pack members were also caught in the blast.
Just what the pack didn't need. More dead soldiers.
They're not dead, but they've been twisted by Bloodstone magic, just like the White Mantle.
They don't deserve that. They deserve peace.
I understand. I'd want the same if the roles were reversed.
Thank you, Commander.
Continue investigation.
I feel it's a bit difficult to comment on, seeing as this character was a Priory run.
Clear, Timey.
Finally, there's been tons of magical interference. Been difficult to get a clean line to you. Okay, I've been going over some data coming in from the blast area, and one thing stands out. The people who were within the blast
One day I'll
radius
get
who,
the sky scale, and by one day I
they
mean
need to consume the magic to live, but the magic also driving them more
December
and more
32nd.
That must be why I've seen them
That's a
snatching
solid
up
day.
Bloodstone shards.
Then they have to have a way to harvest the magic inside. I wonder how.
I'll track down where they're taking the shards for harvest and see what they're using. Commander, over.
Did you mean Commander out? It's okay. Communicator protocol takes a little getting used to.
Wait a
Tiny
minute.
out.
Did I miss her giving me the communicator? Where did that? Huh? Oh no, I just missed her saying that I stuck it onto you. That's right. Head empty, no thoughts. As I was saying, something that I can't speak. It's difficult to speak very deeply on because this was a Priory character. But I always found it really, really sad how the characterization of Soulkeeper, right? The Vigil leader changes between the personal story and the expansions and beyond, because in the original 1 to 80 Zhaitan arc and all that stuff, Edmora Soulkeeper is a very intelligent character, and while she most certainly wasn't like some tactical genius, she wasn't the like, I don't know, like a G.I. Joe stereotype that they turn her into. And it's really, really unfortunate, I think, because she was a much more interesting character before they just dumped her down that much.
You think Marksman Moraka will be okay?
I hope so, but it doesn't look good. Her condition is worsening.
It's like
Time, you got big.
Inside.
Bennett, any update on the creature that hospitalized your scout?
We finally got a message from Priory headquarters. Hard to get a pigeon to fly through a magical storm in one piece. The description of these stone men matched an ancient weapon the Mersat and White Mantle used before the Crichton Civil War. They're called Jade Constructs.
Oh, Jade Constructs.
They were the Mersat's
Okay.
primary martial units.
Floating constructs. That sounds similar to the Exalted.
That's because they're using ancient magic from a similar origin. Or at least that's my current theory, Poobah.
Did your backpack just call you Poobah, Commander?
It's a long story. Go on, Tiny.
There was a time way back when the Seers and the Mersat shared a lot of info. Why do you think they're all so floaty?
So is there anything that'll keep me alive in a fight against these jade things?
Remember that
Raw
protection
damage.
I told you about? That should work against jade
And
contracts too.
mastery
It was based
abilities.
on Seer research that Zen, the founder of Rada Novus, performed during the Crichton Civil War. I highly suggest mastering it before you get in a smashy scenario with one of those jade brutes. Good luck, time me out!
Oh. End of Dragons is going to have me have to take mastery grinding breaks, isn't it? I forgot about that. That'll be interesting. Glad you made it, Commander. I thought the blast took you out. Recap the White Mantle's origins. I'm curious.
Mersat prayed.
I don't remember this cutscene, but I'll take
who
it.
in turn worshipped them as gods. Calling themselves the White Mantle, these converts sacrificed innocents and toppled the Crichton monarchy. The chaos they inflicted on Tyrion was short-lived. They were eventually crushed, and their scattered remnants went into hiding. But pockets of their fanatical followers have been operating in the shadows ever since.
So basically what I said, just a lot more eloquent. What happened in Forsaken Thicket?
Tell me what happened to your squad.
Our platoon was on recon. We found something at the north edge of Verdant Brink, so we pitched camp. The plan was to scout the area at dawn, so we turned in for the night. And everything went to torment in a town cart. There was an explosion, then screams. I grabbed my gear and ran out of the tent. Saw one of my men lit up like a winter's day bonfire. Sabbatha and her lackeys torched everything, laughing as they went. And then, blackness. I woke up with a splitting headache, caged like a dog. Kept my mouth shut and just watched them. After a few days, I told them I was ready to talk. Said I'd cooperate in exchange for the safety of my troops. Told them they could use me for hard labor or experimentation, didn't matter. I'd made my peace with Grinth. I was taken deeper inside, thrown in a pen with some others. They deprived us of food and water. Let their dogs snarl at our cages. At night, we heard the other prisoners begging for their lives before being cut open.
Shit.
The sky would light up and I would hear chanting.
used her circuits.
Over and
She's in so
over.
much pain.
I'm sorry, Commander. It
Do something productive.
stuck with me.
Such as?
Thinking about it
Wait,
with
is
your
it
mouth closed.
is the Forsaken Thicket one of the raids? Wait a minute. Now I'm confused. I don't think there's an easy way to look it up either. Like outside of like Google, which actually, you know what, I can look it up. Okay, let's go. Hey, is that the one that's like on the in Verdant Brink? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Anyway, moving on. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
After I was rescued, I notified the Queen about Salvation Pass. Then I regrouped with my squad and chased some White Mantle here.
So you were here for the blast?
Craziest thing. It exploded, then imploded. Like when you're a kid and you dangle spit from your mouth, then suck it back in.
I never did that.
Well, sure, me neither. But you know what I mean. When the explosion reversed, it was like it pulled at my soul.
I thought the Luxon...
No, shut up.
Have you been
Okay.
since Salvation Pass?
I don't need your
Been thanking
Revenant
Dwayne
dialogue.
that the rescue team found me in time. If not for them, I'd be rotting in a ditch. I close my eyes at night. I can still hear the screams. Men, women, they spared no one. I lost count. Anyway, I made my way back to Falgear's camp and rejoined the squad. Saw the field medic and got checked out. Then we sent word to Queen Jenna about everything.
Someone's
Gave
fucking
her
dead.
and the Shining
Someone's
Blade
really
as much
fucking dead. Holy
information as
shit.
we could. The Pact offered to put me on leave, but I turned it down. No way I'm giving these murderers a break. So we pursued
watch
a
more.
lead on White Mantle movement.
Can I?
Tracked the pigs up here.
I can.
Look what they've done to the place. It's shameful.
Okay, I think he's done. Let's go. Oh, it wants me to go into the crater, which, yep. Nice. I think it's one of the farther drops in the
Looks like there are
game.
magical scorch marks leading this
Not
way.
you can use it. I think like one of the best Griffin drops is the peak of where you emerge when you defeat Morgemoth, which is also the end of the Mouth of Morgemoth event chain. Dragonhead, right? I'm drawing so many fucking blanks right now. It's not even funny. What's it called again? Dragon Stand. That's what it's called. As neat as that guy is, I kind of wish that there was a way to disable him. It gets a little annoying after a while. Alas, no Griffin. Oh, that works. I'll take it.
Who's there?
It's me, Commander.
Keith. Bennett said he saw you.
Are you...
Trying to figure out why the explosion reversed itself, and the trail led me here. Look at these marks. Could these have been made by a torrent of magic?
Possibly. You think something or someone was behind this? Or was it a natural disaster?
Seems like an awfully odd natural disaster. You saw what happened, right?
I've recently learned to not always rely on my senses. They can betray you.
This pedestal seems to be the nexus of it all. Let's look around and...
There's an achievement I'm not getting. Why move faster! This is my punishment for using the fucking RP walk.
Seemed to trigger some sort of magical echo.
I couldn't really tell what was happening.
Let's find some more bloodstone and see if we can recreate it. Get a clearer picture. This could give us an insight on why the blast reversed itself.
Let's do these first.
Just a bunch of weapons.
Are you sure about that? Because they're glowing.
I'm sure it's nothing.
That was unexpected.
I'll hold my I told you so.
Keith, over here.
And 2. Oh no.
How did you end up there?
I was returning from the grove and saw the explosion on the horizon. I wasn't going to leave it uninvestigated.
Good
Oh,
work
there's
getting
another
this
one.
deep into the crater. Must have been moving like a shadow up there.
It's what I do.
Not enough energy.
Did I make it? I did.
Some bloodstone pieces
I'm
next to the
impressed with
staircase.
myself.
Guess this is how someone would get down here to do whatever it is our test hopefully reveals.
I guess I really wanted it to be a natural disaster. Didn't want to think about someone tinkering with so much power.
Bloodstone, under this table. What was your business in the grove?
I was visiting the Pale Tree.
How is she after Mortremoth's death?
Ailing, but recovering. Although not well enough to give me the guidance I needed.
Sorry to hear that.
It's... back to the task at hand.
Hello, Mr. Anomaly. When did I lose the achievement? What happened? I've been cheated. Holy shit. Keith! Keith, why aren't you helping me? God damn it, Keith. Yeah, there's no way I'm not going down here. Holy shit, I didn't die. Okay, one more, right? Right? This piece of paper seems barely touched by the destruction. It looks as if someone was taking notes during a conversation or translating a coded message. Trial 33, complete failure. Received orders to increase output. Results demanded soon, or what? Or else. The rumbling of dissent in our ranks is unacceptable for research progress. Being pulled in two directions. I want to stay the course and not listen to this new, shady influence behind the curtain. Who is the Justiciar getting his orders from anyway? My loyalty is a liability here now. Perhaps I should flee before the rift becomes inescapable. I hate to leave my White Mantle brothers and sisters, but I will not follow someone who won't reveal themselves while issuing threats so liberally.
It's a note. Must have survived in this chest.
What's it say?
It was the White Mantle, all right. Apparently they've been prodding the Bloodstone for some time now, but it also hints at some sort of splintering within their group and a divisive leader. Must be Codicus.
The Legate Minister? I should stop by Divinity's Reach more often. I'm out of the loop.
There's more. I guess there it is.
That's good. More Bloodstone here. Can't believe this operation was happening under our noses this whole time.
Maybe I got hit by like one of those. Oh, there's one. See, I don't see that being purple. I get more red than purple out of it. Oh, now Kate's helping. No, she just rezzed me, nothing else. No, Kate, make up your fucking mind. Ow, 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 ow. Yo, stop. Nice.
Ambush! Back up! Back up!
Commander, before we go any further, I want to clear the air between us.
Here? Why would I expect anything? Your timing has always been perfect.
See, that's why I have to speak now. I know you're still upset.
Okay, we're literally in the middle of fighting things.
But I can tell you, I know what I did was wrong. And I'm sorry. My wild hunt.
Fucking mesmers.
Mortlock's voice. They were tearing at each other. And sometimes I didn't
Keith's
know
like
which
dead.
was which.
Wait a minute.
I was very confused. And I felt like the only person I could trust was me.
That's the very time you should have leaned on your friends.
Don't you see? I didn't know who my friends were. Enemies, friends, even Fowlin. It was all grey. I wish I would have trusted you, but I didn't. And now that's in the past. All I can do is hope you'll forgive me in the future.
Kaith!
You don't have to respond now. I want you to think about it, so your decision is considered.
Okay, well, let's see if our little experiment...
Okay, at least you're more of a character than Zoja, so... That's, it's definitely some upper on points.
What was that? What happened?
Where you were standing, there was only a brilliant light devouring magic. Then some people behind the light didn't look so lucky. These silhouettes.
They must have been vaporized by the blast.
Who would have done this purposefully?
Someone who just absorbed the lion's share of a bloodstone's worth of magic. Could have been Codicus. I have to find Canuck and warn him, if he's still alive.
And... nope, there we go.
Commander, are you up there?
Sounds like something's
Oh, thanks, Kaith. Appreciate it. Man, that's just sad. It's on so many different levels. Okay. Hello, Shining Blade friend. How goes?
Commander, Canuck ordered us to find you. Minister Codicus is in the area.
Cool.
He's alive. I need to tell him about what we just witnessed. Point me in the right direction. Kaith?
You know what? I think I'll stay a moment. Maybe poke around some more.
Are you sure? Will you be okay?
It's fine, Commander. Remember? I'm a shadow.
Sad. I'm not managing his currency, right? I'm not gonna have to do. Okay, it is. We're good. Life's fine. Nothing to worry about. For just the briefest of moments, I was expecting to have to start cleaning out my inventory of stacks and stacks of unbound magic. I don't think that's what's going on, friend. Okay. This is going to be way fast. Yeah, way fast if I go back up to the airship. I have a strong feeling I know which mission this is. Oh, can't fit through the door. Okay. Should be right. Yep, there it is. Nice and convenient. Oh, there's a waypoint here and everything. Forgot about that. Hello.
Doc, glad to see you're alive. I was afraid you'd been caught in the blast.
We almost were, but then, not.
Me too. Your troops?
Some of them are still looking for you. and the rest are forming a perimeter around this place. I wanted to deal with the Minister privately. I really only need you there to corroborate events, should they go south. Plus, I ran into these two delinquents and figured Dragon's Watch could certainly handle it.
Marjorie, Redlock, showed up just in time to help us track down Codicus.
It was all anyone could talk about in Divinity's Reach. Canuck, you're here under the orders
Countess Anise is very concerned about Codicus's well-being. I'm to return him home, unless the innocent until proven guilty minister does something to change those plans.
She must be very hopeful your plans change.
I was instructed to be tight-lipped about it, but I will say this. Yes.
Before we find him, Codicus may have been the someone who consumed the Bloodstone's magic. If it's true, he may be a little stronger than we all remember.
If he did, we can't just let him loose on Kryta. Or maybe all of Tyria is his prize this time.
I only want to be off Anise's leash. Saving the world would just be a corollary benefit.
For Kryta!
We have company!
No one crosses the White Mantle!
Well, they're fucking iframes.
It's my turn.
Ow. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no, no, no. Marjorie's got me.
It's my turn.
Get off my head!
I'm an AoEs. Ah.
I need help. A cleansing dust. Still rising.
That feels good.
How did you stop blocking my damage? Thank you.
These White Mantle guards aren't affected by the Bloodstone.
That could have gone smoother.
They must have arrived after the explosion.
Then they came with Codicus. We're close.
That feels good.
Watch your step.
Oh,
whatever this place
that one
was,
snuck up on
it was
me.
meant to keep the unwary at bay. So close to this bloodstone. Strength has left my limbs.
Any counter magic measures up your sleeve, Commander?
I'm bleeding. Nice work, Commander. Now, if I could persuade you to take care of the others.
Urge to kill rising.
I'm pressing the dodge button. There we go.
Countering the magic of these bloodstones returns whatever magical properties it absorbed. I know a certain big-eared Asura who'd love to be here to study this.
I heard that!
Hello, Mr. Golem.
Perfect. Shields.
How do we bring them down?
These bloodstones can draw off the magic. We can catch the shield from the cross.
Holy fuck, these things are so much goddamn health. forgot how tanky these motherfuckers were.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Marjorie. Appreciate it.
Let's shake it.
That's one of them down. Shit. Oh, that's fortunate.
That's what to remember me by. That looks good. To kill rising.
I could have swore you could throw the fragments at them to like deal massive damage. Maybe no, I got one. I did something.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
If the commander is right about Cauticus absorbing bloodstone magic, that may prove handy.
Work faster! These bloodstones won't collect themselves.
Sounds like we might have something ahead.
Let me take the lead, Ritlock. I was given specific orders
This
on
room will
how
be
it's
fun.
supposed to be executed, and I don't need you to defile it with your inclination to blindly smite.
If that's a blindfold crack.
Care to take the door, Commander? Minister
Okay.
Cauticus, you have obviously... Oh, he's not here. Ritlock, smite away.
My pleasure.
Oh, I'm not in the right stance.
Do you actually think we'd let you take him from us?
He's not yours to keep, fanatic.
These fools must be taught their place. Magic from Bloodstone powers me! What do you have? Nothing!
Okay, please press the right button. Oh, I remember. I remember everything. I'm not gonna make it in time. Shit. I gotta make the beam intersect with the Beyblade. Shit. This time for sure. Why did you stop spinning?
I feel the magic being drained from... That's a clever little trick.
Oh, I love damage gates. They're so fun. Just so much damage. Never noticed the trail before. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to realize. Ow. Well, that's unfortunate. Is everyone down?
I feel the magic being drained from. I won't be.
I think everyone's down. That's not good. I would like to argue that I was not inside of that AoE.
Strong.
Why do you think Codicus wanted them to collect bloodstones?
Hopefully to weigh his pockets down while he jumped in a lake.
He can't be far now. Move along, everyone.
I think we're done with the traps at least. That's good.
Turn this area into a war zone.
Sad.
So, Commander,
No bounce
you really
mushrooms.
think Codicus caused the blast to reverse itself?
Possibly. Kaith and I found Ground Zero and determined something or someone soaked up the lion's share of magic.
His escape does seem conveniently timed to be in the right place at the right time.
Kaith, what was she doing here?
Investigating the blast. She asked I forgive her for stealing the egg and everything.
I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't think people can change that much.
Ever the cynic.
See? Point proven. I'll never change either. Ask Casimir.
It would be hard for me to blame Kaith for her actions while Mordramoth was alive. But let's save the philosophical arguments until after the Minister is dealt with.
Then let's lay the man to rest.
I think you mean return him to safety.
But philosophical sentiments are fun.
Why do I feel like I'm repeating myself? You follow my orders! I don't know where these delusions are coming from. There is one white mantle. Do you hear me? One!
Minister, I understand,
But, quiet! Now tell me again what this pile of rocks can do. Are there magic words? How powerful is it? Well?
That's him, all right.
Reminds me of a boss I had at the cotton candy stands when I was younger.
Everyone ready to crash his party? Time for your foot key, Commander. Minister Codicus, you've obviously been taken prisoner by these white mantle zealots. I'm here to rescue you and return you to the royal palace.
Let's drop the charade, shall we, you ignorant thief? I will not be returning to Divinity's Reach until I wear the crown.
So I'm clear. You're admitting you're associated with the White Mantle?
Are you quite touched? I'm their supreme leader, and they will carry me all the way to the throne of Kryta.
Commander, did you witness that?
I did.
Then by the providence granted to me by Countess Anise, I hereby pass sentence on you, Codicus Beetlestone. Today is your last day on Tyria. Allow my blade to bid you farewell.
Get them! Turn this thing on! What do you think of my latest find, Commander? It was a bit of a fixer fixer-upper, but nothing a few bloodstones couldn't mend.
I believe it's safe to assume Codicus didn't absorb the Bloodstone's magic. Otherwise, he'd be down here himself.
It is damage gated. That's fun. I love damage gates. They're my favorite. I think every boss should have one. Huh. I guess it's like they're moderately necessary when like bosses have like narrative beats kind of like strewn throughout them. Like I can see that. That's fair. I don't think this counts when it's just a straight up slugging match. There's like no extra dialogue. At least not mid. Wow, cheap. At least not mid fight.
You will not stop me! The Crichton throne was built upon White Mantle blood, and we are its rightful heirs.
You are a heretic, Codicus.
It's a Mersat.
You shall need no White Mantle, for I am their god.
What? It can't be.
I am the last Mersat. Many years ago, you knew me as Lazarus the Dire. I have returned from the brink of existence.
No! You are a false god! The White Mantle is mine! Don't listen to him!
Empty words, formed by the forked tongue of a snake. The human seat of power and its current monarch are inconsequential. We are destined to face more virtuous pursuits. My true believers, you're welcome to seek shelter in my light. To those who doubt, you're welcome to burn.
Canuck, go now!
Mersat using fire. That's interesting.
Don't stand there with your mouth agape! Get me out of here!
Mesmers! Sorry, Marjorie, no offense to Kaz.
Helpful if they're on your side. Annoying if they're not. I understand.
He's gone.
I'm sorry, Canuck. However, I can help to catch him.
Doesn't look like there's any sign of Lazarus either. The Mersat alive. We should immediately warn the Queen, but he appeared to be disinterested in Kryta.
Surprisingly different from the last time the Mersat were sticking their creepy bird feet where they didn't belong.
Marjorie, weren't you just saying something about people not being able to change?
A virtuous pursuit could mean a lot of things to a Mersat. But I'll admit, I'm curious.
Yeah, they might think it's noble to make a necklace out of your teeth.
With Codicus not displaying any signs of excess power, I think we have to assume Lazarus was the one behind the blast. We need to find him. Get an idea of what he's planning to do with all that magic.
Codicus will want to hunt him down too. He won't readily surrender control of the White Mantle. One will inevitably lead us to the other.
Then this will be a good way to start the new guild. A crisis. But hopefully not a world-ending crisis.
It's how I prefer my crises.
Commander, can you read me? I have some news.
I'm here, Tiny. What do you have?
Something possibly slightly, marginally cataclysmic. I managed to finally get detailed lay readings from the map and determined... well...
What is it?
Primordis is active.
That's not good. Hello?
Looks like it's time to test the new guild's metal. Into the fire we go.
Nice gear.
A dragon and a Mersat. Can't help but feel like we're surrounded.
I understand your priority will be the dragon. Mine, however, is unfortunately spoken for.
Okay.
You can never have too much treasure.
Some queens. Didn't I say 5? Like just straight up 5? That's interesting. Then I got, like, substantially more? Huh? Wait a minute. Hello? Oh, I canceled the story on accident. That's unfortunate. Oh, okay. Oh, are you guys ready for this bullshit? Hopefully it's not that bad, but Red Sumo always feels like it takes half a decade to load in. With any given zone, it's even worse if it's your first time. If it's your first time logging in that session. I've had Red Sumo loading screens go on for like upwards of about 2 minutes. This is like across multiple internet providers.
Wonder if the commander brought that disrespectful Safari this time.
Forced to mingle with the rabble.
Final phase complete. Passcode accepted. Gate relay 0, 4, 6, 8, 7. Activate.
Okay, I'm curious now.
Please tell me there was some sort of calculation error. Primordius is really active?
An error?
I'm even more curious about the hammer, but I refuse to get one and equip it.
I didn't think we'd be dealing with another dragon so soon.
About that, I have some good news and bad news.
What's the bad news?
Great idea. Good news first. Feast your eyes and blindfolds on this.
Different tile on the ground. Impressive.
No, this is another one of Rada Novus's secrets I discovered. Stand there and you'll be ported to this crazy simulation room the Novans developed but never finished.
And you finished it?
Well, no, I couldn't, figure it out.
What's that?
I couldn't figure it out, okay? Just so happens to fall outside my giant, incredibly deep pool of knowledge. Whatever, it works now. I called in Moto, an Asura with some experience in that realm. He got it up and running for me.
What's it do?
Super Adventure Box reference. Love to see it.
But the Rada Novans developed it to test themselves against various Primordus minions. Want to check it out?
Sure. It'll be helpful to find out what we're about to go up against.
Perfect. It'll also help me run some numbers and see what the room's capable of.
Timey's game.
Booting up, please. Okay, wave 1 incoming, folks.
Ready, Ridlock?
It's fake fighting. How hard can it be?
I'll note any patterns or specific attacks I see while you're taking care of business. They'll only help us out when we face the real deal.
Sleep.
No time for that, Commander. It was one thing going against Mordremoth. Of course, you want to save the planet, being Asura and facing Primordus.
Well, I hope you know we're all behind you. I thought we had our hands full with Carticus and Lazarus, but I think we can squeeze in a quick trip to the Shiver Peaks to take down a dragon.
Well, there's a little more I haven't told you yet. According to what I documented, Primordus is awake. You know this. But here's the more part. It's moved! Tunneled its way down to the Fire Islands, south of Maguma.
If we know where it is now, let's just go knock on its door and give it a welcome basket.
Why did it move?
I posit Mordremoth's death and the subsequent magic release must have jump-started Primordus. And then, with a lot of energy pooling in the south, what better place to feed?
So it relocated. To get more powerful. Great.
Gotta get that linear power scaling in, right? escalation of threat. Good fucking music, though. Wait, isn't this the Radionovus theme? Wait a minute, I'm pretty sure I played this for my opening. I wonder if it sounds familiar.
News part?
Go on.
You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Maybe you should sit down.
Sitting down?
Stand. Stay
okay, I'm standing.
Okay, here it is. Jormag is also active.
What? How can you be sure? I thought most of this tech was focused on Primordus.
Bram sent a letter from the Shiver Peaks.
What did it say?
Jormag is active, Bram. He's a Norn of few words.
2 dragons at once.
Yeah, but there's a silver lining. Neither one has gone all Mordremoth on us. Well, so far. There's such an excess of energy out there, all the old rulebooks are being rewritten. Oh look! The next wave is ready.
That doesn't seem right.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Primordus doesn't have monthly movements. Unless they've somehow changed. A lot.
Ugh, that Moto! I left him alone with the room's code for 2 minutes.
How are we doing against the simulation timing?
You still don't have the high score. That belongs to Cammy, one of the Fire Island's raiding party leaders. She's super tough though, so...
Another Asura in here? I thought you were keeping all this secret.
I had to let Cammy in on it. A, she's cool, don't worry. And B, someone had to watch our backs while Moto and I got this thing up and running.
You already have people in the Fire Islands?
I have some more, let's say, trusted associates there setting up a gate and scouting. But Flaunt really organized the whole operation. Primordus' movement was something I purposely let slip. It's good because it keeps him out of my ears for a little while, and it also makes him feel like a big shot.
Only 16 years old and you're puppet mastering one of your superiors. Admirable and a little unsettling, Timey.
I'll soon roll you all! Oh, sorry, was the comb open for that? Big bad coming up?
It's my turn.
You're a durable motherfucker, ain't you?
Outside of a few monkey anomalies, the room was very impressive. Next time you'll have to program in some Jormag minions. Any idea what's happening with the other Elder Dragons?
Nothing on Krakatoa can ditto for... Oh, what's his name? Brain malfunction, starts with an S.
What about a All this machinery has to be good for something.
Good old Steve,
From
man.
the mists there, Tribune. A whole civilization of brilliant Asura couldn't find it. But yeah, I got this in 5 minutes.
Maybe if you were as open with your research as you were with your mouth, you'd have cracked it by now.
You're going to lecture me on openness? Remind me again what happened to you in the mists. Oh, that's right, Zipper Lips.
Okay, we're all on the same team here. But, have you made any progress?
Only a few huge leaps. First, Remember my chalk organ?
The horribly
Chalk,
disgusting
chalk,
body part
chalk,
of the even
chalk.
more
Got it.
horribly
Noted.
disgusting giant bug that you keep in the despicable blighting pod fluid?
Mentally
Yes,
written down.
I remember. Despite
For me to,
desperately
for me
trying
to
forget.
forget before next stream.
Spencer,
And it's somehow more disturbing.
don't listen to him, Spence. Anyway, I discovered why ley energy is different when run through him, and it's paradigm shifting. The chalk feed off ley energy, right? And we know that each dragon has a domain when it comes to their magic. Zaitan's was death, obviously. Well, you know what's guaranteed to give a chalk a bad stomachache? Death magic. Spencer filters death out of ley energy.
So magic is almost like light? Broken up into a spectrum?
That's a perfect way to think about it. Magic as we know it is like white light, composed of all the different types of dragon magic. I'm gonna go down in Asuran history logs for this discovery.
As much as I love discussing minutia, how does this help us?
I don't know yet, but I will. I'll never sleep again. Now, I'm sure you're anxious to try out your moves against the real thing in the Fire Islands, so let's head back to the main lab.
My curiosity demands. Oh, wrong button. Shit. I don't think it's interactable. Yeah, no, I'm sad. Shame. Bad game confirmed. Can't help it. Oh?
Retlock Brimstone.
That's tribute to you, soldier.
Not anymore, it's not. You've ignored numerous requests from the Black Citadel to account for your time in the mists and explain this new magic. Thus, you've been stripped of your rank and are hereby charged with dereliction of duty.
You're to come with us, Retlock, sir. And if I don't...
We've been authorized to use force.
But we'd hate to cause a scene. I'm sure you would, pup. Getting this assignment, you two must either be the best warriors in the Iron Legion, or the ones with the worst luck. So...
Top of my class.
But it's starting to feel like both.
Gridlock?
It's okay, Commander. I'll straighten this out. It appears I underestimated the Citadel's response. Hope you enjoy the medal I'm earning you today, soldier. You get to return with Gridlock Brimstone in tow. Without a fight? Depends on my travel accommodations. You can have my seat.
Come on, Vicon. You gonna groom him too?
Sorry I'll miss out on all the fun, Commander. I'll catch up with you as soon as I'm able.
Well, looks like I'm headed to the Fire Islands soon.
Gridlock's out of the
I'd join you, but I just
third
haven't
season
had
for
many
now.
moments to
Sad.
work on Scruffy 2.0. Plus,
Couldn't
I
afford
need
any
to
more
start
lines for him.
experimenting on the thing I told you about and the thing about the new thing, findings.
I understand?
Help! Someone help!
Wendell, what happened?
The Fire Islands. Our party. Lost. We shouldn't have strayed from the main outposts. Cammy held them off as long as she could, but...
No! Did she make it?
No. They changed, Taimi. The destroyer's there.
Oh.
Changed? How?
Like Risen and Mordrum. Unstoppable.
Risen and Mordrum? What do you mean?
They're not like they were. Different attacks. A different... feel. I don't...
It's okay, it's okay. Take him away and get him some care.
What do you think that all meant?
Not sure. He could have... Of course. It's like you said about the monkey. They changed. That's why Mordrumoth was able to... The Mordrum, Commander?
What about them?
The ones who came from the Blighting Pods. Mordrumoth had its minions, the Sylvari, right? But it was able to create more, new ones from the dead. That power came from Zaitan. Killing Zaitan caused the other dragons to absorb the death spectrum, but we only saw it in Mordremoth because it was active. Then we killed Mordremoth, and now Primordus has absorbed some of the death and plantiness. I think.
Can we test that theory? I'll go and get you a sample from these new destroyers.
That'd be amazing, Commander. Be careful and let me know what you find.
Okay. Oh, I had to grab my quest stuff. See it. Wink. Okay. Well, it's pretty early. I haven't even quite cracked 2 hours. And I'm sorry about this. My voice is getting a bit gone, and I don't want to push it too hard, you know. My energy is rapidly dwindling. I'm not exactly the highest energy person on the platform, but I'm a little bit low even for my standards. So I'm gonna wrap things up here. Next time I will continue with Season 3, and hopefully we will get to the worst map in the game, bar none. I can't imagine them making anything worse than Draconis Mons. I guess it's possible, but I fucking hope not. So that may be tomorrow, but I give no promises. And yeah. So until then, until I stream again, even, have a good one, all.